The Secretary of State's office is pushing back on claims from two groups about voter intimidation.
Well, the groups believe Harris County is being singled out by a plan to send inspectors to county election offices. But the Secretary of State's office says overseeing election procedures is really a standard practice that's been happening for decades.
Our Jayla Washington is joining us now in the studio. Jayla, what's this all about?
Well, guys, this all stems from a 2020 election audit the Secretary of State's office did. A representative telling me they chose to look at two of the largest Democratic and Republican counties to reassure voters on election integrity. Harris County was obviously included in that audit, but is the only county that has not been able to provide certain records, like from machines used to read ballots. And the way that it was described to me, it's like they kept VHS tapes but no longer have the VCRs that can read them. But there are still some who disagree with who all was involved in the audit process that now has Harris County in the spotlight. You can see for yourself right now what's happening at Harris County's Election Count Center. It shows transparency and integrity in the voting process. But this letter, sent to Harris County by the Secretary of State's office, has the Texas Civil Rights Project wondering if Harris County is being singled out.
While it is not unusual for the Secretary to send inspectors to county election offices, it is unusual to single out a single county.
Harris County was informed inspectors will be on the ground at the count center during the 2022 election to oversee that things are being done correctly. Well, it comes after a 2020 election audit.
In about 14 locations, the mobile ballot boxes, which are essentially flash drives that hold records of the ballots, did not have proper chain of custody logs.
It's a move the Civil Rights Project feels stems from misinformation about the 2020 election.
The deeply flawed partisan audit that the state started last year at the instigation of former President Donald Trump.
Taylor says Harris County isn't being singled out.
Well, first of all, we've sent election inspectors to Harris County for every single election in the past several years.
There's just added emphasis on their presence this year because of the audit's findings.
They don't interact with voters. They don't interact with the election process at all.
Now, inspectors are sent to counties when they're requested by a county. Other than Harris, we know some will be in Dallas, Tarrant, and Gillespie counties as well. And by the way, the Attorney General's office also announced it now has an integrity task force team. We know members of that team will be on the ground in Harris County as well. I'm live in the studio. Jayla Washington, KXAN News.
All right, Jayla, thank you.